Hi guys, thanks to everyone. Thanks to Jamie for inviting me along. I've got 3 slides to take you through today on the subject of how to exhibit effectively. So this is a lead up to the 19th of June, so the showcase, which I'm sure Jamie will mention a bit later on. If you're not exhibiting, I promise you should be able to take at least 3 takeaways from these slides of what I'm going to say. And then if you don't get 3 takeaways, Berkeley will buy you coffee. Say, Berkeley, I only got 2, and I promise I'll give you some takeaways. Is that all right? Is that fair? So I'm going to go here for 10 minutes, and then Matt will give me the 2-minute signal, then we'll wrap up, and Jamie might send some information out afterwards. There is a video that I put together the last couple of years of how to exhibit effectively. The reason we do that, so Sandal Training, largest training company in the world, but we only train in 3 disciplines: sales development, leadership and management, strategic customer care. Elements of that is within these 3 slides. All right, so if you don't get 3 takeaways, let me know. I'm hoping you do. So what we're talking about is elements that you can and cannot control at an exhibition or trade show. Plenty of things you can control, plenty of things you can't. Behaviours, attitude, techniques, I'll refer to that one in a moment. And if you want some further information, Jamie's going to send out some stuff. And I've also got some bits going on the 9th of May, if that's any good. So let's have a look at this then. So you're going to an exhibition. Why don't we pick on the 19th of June at Ashton Gate Football Stadium. Thank you to Jamie and his team. I get to speak at lots of trade shows and exhibitions, and Jamie has found some kind of magic formula to make that showcase pretty good. Is that fair? Good showcase, that, isn't it? I've been to ones where there's been more exhibitors than actually guests coming in, and the exhibitors just get a bit stroppy with the organisers and try and sell to each other. So it's a good showcase. So what you can control in advance of the 19th of June is your planning. If you want to buy a stand or a banner, you'd see Nigel well in advance. If you want to get any kit to give away on the day, you'd talk to Matt in advance. Not the day before, when you go, bugger! We should have got some business cards organised, and then you do that panic. No one's done that, right? Have you? Yeah. So that's the planning. Within the planning, what is your message for being on the stand? Is your message to collect 1,000 leads that you're going to chuck into your social media tumble dryer and work them over the next 2 years? Or is your plan, and I'll talk about mine on my behaviours, is your plan you want 10, 20, 30 meaningful conversations? What is the message you're giving out? Are you there to promote something that's going on? Are you there to invite people to come and talk to you further? Are you there to meet with people for coffee over the next month or so? What's the message you're giving out? You can also do a lot of pre and post ER. So social media is great for this. Imagine all your people in your contact base, your prospects, who you say, hey, come and see us at the show. By the way, I don't think it's worth putting we're on stand E7, because I don't think that means a lot. I see a lot of people do that. Just say, come and see us at the show. Who cares if they don't make it to the show? You've actually touched them in some way, telling them you're exhibiting at the show. So over the 3 months following the show, they might say, oh yeah, I noticed you was at the showcase. By the way, we need to talk. That order that we talked about, can we bring that forward? So you can do a lot of pre-stuff. Actually, in that pre-communication to the show, why don't you offer meeting slots for people who want to come and see you? So Berkeley's available from 10 and 11 and 12. Come and meet with Berkeley, or Fred, or John, or Claire, or Rachel. Offer some meeting slots on the day of the show, communicate those in advance. And your post-PR, you can talk about what happened at the showcase and people you spoke to. So people have said, I had it in the diary, I wanted to go, I even got a ticket, but busy that week, didn't make it. That's good to know, and you may get some mileage, even for people who don't even go to the show. Is that a good one? Right, rehearsals. Rehearsals on the stand. A lot of people stand on an exhibition stand, and a bit like, yeah, I don't know what to say to people. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play on my mobile phone, and if I turn sideways, I'll pretend no one can see me doing it, and I'll go for another coffee. I've had 17 today. Got it? So, rehearsal, when someone's walking past, in fact, Sandra, would you be a volunteer, please? So this is me at an exhibition stand, and someone's walking past. Here's a way that you can engage. I don't want to talk to Sanjay. Do it again. See. I could let you go faster. No, too fast. Come on the clock here. Oh, hello there. Have you found what you're looking for at the show today?
No, not yet.
Okay, can I be of any help? I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm looking for someone to.
Thank you very much, obviously. Round of applause for Sanjay. There we go. So, set your conversations up for what your process is going to be following the event. If you want to collect 500 names, you might get a team of 6 people there with a clipboard, bang, 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 getting the names in. Lots of people do that approach. Now, my behaviours is not that. My behaviours is to get 30 meaningful conversations. That's my plan for the day. There could be up to 5,000 people. I can't talk to 5,000 people. I can't even talk to 1,000 people. If there's a minute conversation and 1,000 people, the show doesn't last for 1,000 minutes. It's an impossibility. But what I can do, I can rehearse the conversations I want to have with a view to leading people somewhere or another. You will have lots and lots and lots and lots of 30-second conversations that lead nowhere to get the meaningful conversations in between. Be prepared for that. You are on stage from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Be on stage. No mobile phone, no coffee, no nipping off, not talking to people who you know for an hour. You're there on stage to meet new people. Is that all right? Good. Remember about the stand, I think this is a good piece of advice. Set your stand up somewhere in your house or your office before you turn up at Ashton Gate Stadium. Then you will know, bugger, we need this, bugger, we need that. Where actually a piece of carpet the size of the stand might be good. So you can actually set the stand up and work the stand. Is that okay? And then you'll know whether you need to upgrade your banners because suddenly you pulled it out and it's got some information on it that's 2 years old. I need to get a new roller banner. So rehearse your stand, set it up. Those are the things you're in control of. The things you're not in control of on the screen, who's going to turn up? That's not in your control, is it? So you go, oh, not many quality people here today. Well, I suggest look at yourselves, not the people who are there, because there will be quality people. You've got to have lots of conversations to meet them. People selling to you, don't we love that? On exhibition stand, right, don't let it ruin your day. Here's what I say to them. I'll say, oh, hi there, so your name's Fred. Fred, give me a 30-second pitch. If I'm not interested, we'll say no, or I'm interested, I'll take your card. Is that fair? Go. All right, I'll take your card, thanks so much. And I move them on, so it costs me 30 seconds. What I don't do is get annoyed by them, because that messes me up for the next 6 conversations I'm going to have. Where I go, oh, people are just trying to sell to me. It's cost me all this money to be here, and they're coming to sell to me. You'll miss people going past. Okay? So don't be rude to them. We've probably all done it at trade shows, haven't we? So, hi, nice to meet you. Or, let's not talk today. Here's my card. Send me a brief email. And if I'm interested, I'll reply. Move them on. That's all right. You're not in control of them. And you're not in control of the numbers attending the show. Oh, Jamie, what's you going past with your 50 things to do? There's not enough people here. Come on.
48 pages in the regional press this time round. 4-page articles.
I've done to my time. It's okay, so the numbers attending, out of our control, work with the numbers that are there. Okay, last slide. Thing called behaviours, attitude and techniques. We teach this in standard, whether it's leadership management, coaching, sales, whatever we do. So my behaviours on the day will be, I've got a talk to do. I always rehearse a talk 6 times. This has been rehearsed 6 times. Oh, what, you can't tell? So when I do a talk in the morning, it will be rehearsed 6 times. Because doing a talk at the show is a great marketing point for me. My other behaviours, I want to get 30 meaningful conversations. If I stop and have meaningful conversations with people, that may lead to 10 follow-up actions from the day. If I get 10 follow-up actions, that generally leads to around 2 or 3 pieces of business. If you up your skill set to have better conversations and qualify the phone call that you're going to do in a week's time, so I'll say, hey Fred, nice to talk to you. Would it make any sense for us to talk in a week's time or so? Could we put that in the diary now, only if you want to, only if you're comfortable with that? And what are we talking about? Right, should we block out 15 minutes? Now that's a quality call after the show, not I'll ring you, and then you're just pestering them for a week, ringing up all the wrong times of the day. They've got post-it notes all over their computer. Fred called you again, Fred called you again. You turn into a sales pest. So agree what the follow-up actions would be. So my behaviours will be 30, ideally 10, ideally 2 or 3. Does that make sense? If you've got 6 people on your stand, 2 people, 3 people, do the same approach. So right guys, team briefing, have a team briefing before what goes on, before the day and the morning of the show before it opens. Remember our numbers today guys, each of us are challenged with meeting 25 people for meaningful conversations. So those are the 3 or 4 minute conversations. From these people, let's qualify who we're following up with. If we're getting their business card, ask permission to write on their card. When should we talk again? Can we get it in the diary now? That's the kind of behaviours I suggest your team needs to do. And from there, will that turn into 2 or 3 pieces of business? Now, I don't know what a piece of business looks like for you. But if that's like 5 grand over a year, 10 grand, 20 grand over a year, it's worth spending time to get these behaviours right. Is that all right? Okay. Now the last bit on the behaviours, attitude, technique triangle is attitude. Thank you, Matt. Now attitude doesn't mean good, bad attitude. That's not the idea. Attitude is, what are these hard values that you've got locked in your head that are stopping you doing things? Salespeople tend to suffer a little bit here where, yeah, I don't like talking to chief execs. I don't like ringing people before 9 o'clock in the morning because, yeah, I wouldn't like that. You know what? When I put my calls into companies, I ring between 8 and 9 in the morning before that damn gatekeeper's in the building. Okay? And then you get through to the right people. So attitudes, understand the people, maybe it's yourself, maybe it's your people who are going to be your team, what you need to make sure they are happy with your company. If these are people who are leaving in a week's time, you go, well, they're not the right people on the stand. Happy with your industry and can engage in decent conversations. Me and Jamie disagree on this last point, where I don't think it should be a team day out to go to an exhibition stand or trade show. I think you pick the best people in your company who can engage in conversations in a consultative style, and they will be strong to qualify for follow-up, not just wing it. Is that okay? Have we got some learning points from that? Yeah. Jolly good. In the nicest possible way, when I see you on the 19th of June at the stand, don't come and talk to me.
I don't get
Can't do that. Can't do that. Come past and say high five. I always have the same position stand because I want the consistency. I do about 4 shows a year. I have certain behaviours activity that fill the whole year. If I do those behaviours right, the results start taking care of themselves. Okay. Now I do apologise that I have got to run, and so I can't stick around for one-to-ones. Apologies, but Jamie's going to send out some stuff afterwards. But I am whizzing up to Birmingham. Got to be there by 11, so that should be all right. So thank you for listening. And what I'd like to do is introduce the next 2 speakers who are going to be on stage. Is that okay? But please put your hands up. Did you get 3 takeaways from that? Put your hands up if you did. Who got more than 3? Keep your hands up. Good work. Who didn't get 3 at all? Brilliant. So we've got coffee then, have we? I'll swap you for a car. So, good deal.
Good job.
Always networking. Who's not going to put their hand up no matter what I say? Thank you. Right then, thank you for listening. So our next